Hello, my name is Brandon Lee, and this is my Project 3 investments for Math 1070. So I explored how to best invest a $75,000 inheritance over the next 10 years, and I will be comparing four potential investments to decide which one makes the most financial sense for me. So the challenge was to choose among four options: investing in stocks, putting the money in a 10-year CD, purchasing a rental property, or investing in private equity real estate. I'll go over each one, including the math used, and explain my final decision. So the first option would be stocks, and I chose NVIDIA. Uh, their share price went from just 80 cents in 2015 to $173.50 in 2025. And with that, I would see that as an incredible growth. Using the doubling time formula, with a doubling time of 1 year, my $75,000 could hypothetically become $76.8 million in 10 years. So of course, that's a perfect case scenario. And the graph I include shows exponential growth based on doubling every year. It illustrates why stocks are so appealing for long-term growth, even though this exact outcome is unlikely. The downside, it would be risk with some of the disadvantages of stocks, and a single stock could fluctuate a lot. If the company underperforms or the market crashes, my investment could drop. That's why diversification is usually better than relying on one stock. The second option would be a 10-year CD, and the bank I selected was Ally Bank, which offered a 10-year CD with a 5.25 interest rate, compounded monthly. And so using the compound interest rate formula, my $75,000 would grow to $126,639.32 in 10 years. And this option is secured and guaranteed. And using the formula to calculate each year, it would increase slowly but steadily, showing the safe, predictable nature of CDs. Now, some of the disadvantages are that the problem is that CDs have lower returns. Also, pulling money out early usually means a penalty. And during inflation, the real value of the money may shrink. As for the third option, that would be rental property. And so I looked at buying a house for $225,000 rental home. And I'd make a 15% down payment of $33,750 and finance the rest. With a 6.5 mortgage over 30 years, the monthly payment comes to $1,208.96. The remaining inheritance would come closer and would cover closing and repairs. And then as for the rental income versus cost, the annual rate income would be $18,000, but total yearly expenses, including mortgage, taxes, repairs, and management, would total to $34,322.52. That results in a yearly loss of $16,322.52. And as the rental net cash flow graph shows, over 10 years, the total net loss would be about $162,225. And as the bar graph shows, this is cumulative loss inheritance each year. So obviously, we can mention that there are definitely some disadvantages to this. So owning rental property requires time and effort, plus unexpected repairs and vacancies. It's also hard to sell quickly, making it less flexible. Plus, some investors still do it for long-term appreciation and tax benefits. And finally, the last option would be private equity real estate. So with that, this would mean joining a fund that invests in large-scale real estate projects, and I assume that 20% annual return, which is possible in aggressive funds, and then using the formula displayed there, it could potentially grow to $464,380.23 in 10 years. And as seen in the graph here, the value increases dramatically each year using that 20% assumption. And then, as I mentioned, my chart shows how the investment would grow from 75,000 to over 4,600,000. And of course, with some of the disadvantages, these investments can charge high fees up to 2% annually and often lock up your money for years. You can't access your investment easily, and there is less transparency. And finally, with all of the options given to me, after considering all four options, I believe that investing in stocks is the best choice. Nvidia's performance shows that with the right company, stocks offer incredible growth. CDs are too conservative for my goals. Rental property has a negative cash flow and high effort, and private equity is too illiquid and risky. Stocks offer the best mix of growth and flexibility for my 10-year plan. However, I would plan to diversify later to reduce risk. And as seen here, you can see the references I used: Yahoo Finance, Ally Bank, Investopedia, Lending Club, M&A Community, and NerdWallet. And for that, I thank you for your time.